Ryan McCaffrey here, Marty Sleva there.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome to IGN. We're talking about the PS4 Slim. I'm going to use that in quotes because we don't actually know what its real name is.
Yeah, so this isn't a thing that Sony's announced, but it's out in the wild. There was a copy in the UK. It went on an auction site, and someone bought the PS4 Slim, which doesn't exist yet, but actually does exist.
So, Marty, let's start with consoles. If for 5 minutes, it's always fun to discuss what they look like before we stop caring about that and just know that it plays cool games.
Yeah.
So let's take that time.
Yeah.
What do you think of it?
It's visually, it is very similar actually to the PS4. Yeah. It's not a giant redesign by any stretch of the imagination. It's a little bit smaller. It has rounded edges. One thing I really like is that it seems to have actual physical eject and power buttons, which is still something that 3 years into my PS4, I will oftentimes accidentally eject something when I want to turn the system off and vice versa. It's a weird problem, but it's just a thing I have. Definitely, it doesn't feel as big of a redesign as the Xbox One S.
Yeah, to be fair, they had a lot less to take off.
Yes, didn't really have to lose that much weight.
But it pretty much just looks. You're right. It's the form factor is almost the same. It's still kind of got that parallelogram shape, but as you said, with the rounded corners. And it is. It's just kind of like they took a little off the top.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's just like a haircut. The PS4 got a haircut, but a lot of the reaction to it's been lukewarm to negative from an aesthetic standpoint. I'm very lukewarm on it.
Yeah.
It's just like, it doesn't offend me, but I think the original PS4 design is probably one of the just most visually pretty consoles ever. Just that gorgeous, parallelogram rectangle.
It's like something that you want in your living room.
Yeah, and this one, I think it's a lot more benign.
Yeah,
and that's neither a compliment nor a criticism.
It just feels sort of more of the same. And I mean, we're expecting September 7th. We have the invite for the big Sony event in New York.
Yeah, the PlayStation meeting.
Yes, they haven't confirmed what they're talking about, but we all assume it's going to be Neo. We're going to get our first glimpse at Neo, and then this almost feels like it would have been and one more thing. This is out now, which
so this
is
what,
the PS4.
Yeah, which we've seen before. Microsoft did that with the 360 Slim in 2010 or 11 at E3. They were like, and by the way, here it is, and it's out now. Yeah. So, my thought on this, Marty, is I think it's not so much of a Slim. It's not really designed to make the PS4 that much smaller, but I think it's honestly, I expect now this to be kind of more of a brand refresh.
Yep, I completely agree.
And I think the Neo, when it is unveiled, probably at the September 7th thing, I think it's going to have a family resemblance of some kind to this new PS4.
Interesting.
So that's my thought on it. I think they're gonna look kind of alike.
And this timing-wise, this makes sense. It was the PS3 launched in fall of 2006, and then Gamescom 2009 was when we first saw the PS3 Slim.
Yeah.
Same thing, 3 years for the PS2. It was 6 years for the PS1. But I mean, I fully expect as of September 7th that this thing is going to be available. This is going to be This is going to be the console. If you buy a PS4 this fall, this is what you're going to get. So my one caveat is, like, if you have thought about buying a PS4, wait until the 7th. Just pump the brakes.
Yeah, I mean, because even if you don't end up snagging the redesign one, there may be good deals to be had on the current
absolutely.
PS4.
Yeah, while they're getting rid of stock. And so, we're going to have more on this. We don't know what the price is. We don't know hard drive size or anything. This one is 500 gigabytes.
And we're not sure. A lot of people are wondering, well, the Xbox One S has 4K Blu-ray playback and HDR for games that enable it, that support it. We don't know any of that for this PlayStation. Now, there were photographs of sort of the Dolby logos and stuff, and there is no Ultra HD. So it's maybe no, but we don't know for sure yet. So that's probably a big question yet to be answered as far as, does this thing have any new tricks up its sleeve?
Totally.
For much more, and we expect much more to come on September 7th, we'll have full coverage here on IGN. Keep it tuned right here.